Hi, beautiful friends. This is Staci. I'm with my new friend, Jason Sussberg.
Hello.
And he came and did a wonderful presentation to the students at Nevada Union High School, which is where you graduated from.
That's right. I was class of 2000, so I was here 18 years ago. It's surreal. I thought about this actually. It's exactly 18 years that I graduated, so I've actually lived an entire lifetime since I was here. 18 years.
Oh, right. So like 2 lifetimes you've been through.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if we're looking at your like the impressive titles that you hold, you're a filmmaker, a documentary maker, you're a director. You were the director for Bill Nye Science Guy. Is that the name?
That's
of
it.
The
Yeah,
thing?
we dropped the.
Where can people find that?
That is right now on Netflix.
Netflix.
Also, you can watch it on POV, PBS. We're bringing Bill and I back to PBS, as we say. So it's always the preferred place to watch it is on public television.
So what I want to ask you, Jason, is how would you describe, just in general, and I guess I'm asking you to just speak from your heart, what do you do and why do you do it?
Okay. Well, I tell emotional stories about real people and about the lives that they live and the changes they're trying to make. I focus specifically on people who are interested in the sciences, so evidence and reason-based ways of thinking, but I try to bring a sort of an arts perspective and a human sort of emotional quality to the sciences.
And why do you take that angle? There's so many angles to take when you're, when you have a vision. Why is it arts and science and the emotional element of humanity that wants you to put the spotlight on those things?
I think it's what film does great. Like, if you want to read about a new, radical medicine, you can read about it in a medical journal. If you want to read about some scientific discovery, a great place to do it would be on, Science Magazine or National Geographic. It's a great way to get information. But film gets feelings really well. Film is a way of conveying emotional stories. You can use a mixture of images and sound, and you can evoke emotions that way. And so it just is a medium that lends itself to the human spirit, less so than other mediums like magazines or journalism, science writing. There's not a heart there.
Right. And I interpret that as, the realm of emotion or the experience of emotion and spirit, that there's a power there that we can tap into.
Sure.
To create, to connect, to, become the world and the humanity that we would all love to see and experience.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm in this,
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so last question. Thank you so much, because Jason has taken a ton of time after his talk to talk to students, to answer their questions. I was kind of listening while I was waiting for this interview and just heard you encouraging people, giving young people such just positive things to think about. So I'd like you to talk a little bit about, you talked about experiencing anxiety. And so, when people introduce someone and they're a filmmaker and a documentary maker and a director and all of these things, it's like, oh, wow, they're flying high. They've got it figured out. Well, what about the behind the scenes of how you manage things like anxiety or, whatever the challenging things are for you personally?
Well, I mean, when we go into people's lives, we expect them to be honest and to tell us who they are and to bare their soul and to, dive deep into what motivates them and who they are and why they care about things. And so I think it's only fair for the filmmakers themselves to sort of share about their struggles and to put themselves up front with their problems, their issues, and essentially to let people know they're not alone. And so it's sort of it's a disarming thing, I think, when you are a person who's quiet like me or a person who's introverted, to go and expect somebody to spill their soul to you, that you meet them on that level and to share with them.
Right. And I feel like that's so meaningful too, because it gives just everyday people, say like you and me and all of the students here and their teachers and parents in our community, it gives us the awareness that none of us are perfect. We experience anxiety, depression, maybe histories or current experience of abuse, but there's still something powerful in us that can transcend those things and maybe even draw from those things to create beauty and meaning in the world. So.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I think artists are, it's sort of a cliche, but I think, if I wasn't emotionally broken, I probably would be an engineer. But instead, I'm an artist because I have something to express. I have something to share. And I think, people who have vulnerabilities makes them see a world in a creative way and allows for them to tap into other ways of expressing themselves that tend to not be as rigorous and STEM-based and more emotional and artistic.
Right. What is your website?
It's structurefilms.com, but the best way to get a hold of me and to see what I'm up to is on Twitter, and I'm at Friend of Durruti. That's my handle. We'll look it up. You'll be able to find me.
What is Durruti? People may not know how to find that or spell that.
He's a Spanish anarchist. Back from when I was in high school.
Okay.
I took a nom de plume that has made me impossible to find online.
That's excellent. Okay, thank you so much, Jason Sussberg.
Thanks a lot.
We love you.
All right,
See
thank
you
you.
soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.